Welcome back to Trading 360. It's time for the 360 round. And for that, we bring in our panel to talk all about Applied Materials as we await the earnings. William Kerwin, equity analyst at Morningstar. Matt Montefusco is with us, wealth advisor, Pointwealth Capital Management. Thank you both for being with us. William, 2 stars, 168 fair value. What are you watching for here tonight?
Thanks, Nicole. We're really watching for top-line growth. We think Applied Materials, along with the rest of its peer group in chip equipment, are in the early innings of a strong cyclical upswing that's accentuated by investments made in AI and advanced chips. So we're looking for top-line growth this quarter, but also over the next 2 to 3 years in what we consider a strong upcycle. Now, that all being said, we think it's a stock that's been a little bit caught up in the hype around AI, has gone a little bit past its fundamentals, and so we see it as overvalued.
I see. So a little caught up in the AI craze, still a great one overall, but maybe a little overvalued. Matt, what say you?
I agree. I mean, I think Applied Materials, I think their revenue will continue to grow. It's going to be really interesting to see their future guidance. I think AI investment for big tech companies has been, the return has been slower than maybe what they originally thought. So I think Applied Materials, it's going to be interesting to see if they foresee AI investment slowing down, especially maybe in that small to mid cap range until maybe a stronger return path is there.
I mean, when you think about the business overall in the world of semiconductors, manufacturing equipment, where does Applied Materials, Matt, in your mind, is it still a power player?
Yeah, it is. I mean, they are in a very good position. They've really pivoted to have a really heavy AI focus over the last couple of years. But if they want to continue to be a main player, they need to have a more forward-looking approach and really be ready, for other technologies that maybe aren't there yet, but will be in the next 3 to 5 years. So I'm thinking about, self-driving, clean energy, technologies that still have some room to grow, but Applied Materials needs to make sure that they're ready when those technologies are, there.
Yeah, I mean, William, you brought your target to 168 up from 152. So you did see some more value, but not $210 value. You do think it has this moat. Tell me a little bit about what makes Applied Materials special here, and why maybe in the long run it could still be a really formidable player.
Yeah, we see Applied Materials as a behemoth in chip equipment. Fundamentally, when you take valuation out of it, it's a terrific company, has the broadest and deepest portfolio across this front-end chip equipment, and it's very good at what it does. So this is, for us, really just looking at the valuation, seeing it as a little bit rich. We feel like our expectations for future growth, future profitability are actually pretty bullish over the next 2 to 3 years. That's supported by AI, but Applied Materials is really broader than that. It serves the entire chip equipment industry. So when we look at valuation, we just think we can't support it with the growth that we expect. But when you take that out of it, it's a very high quality company.
Yeah, thank you for that explanation. Matt, some concerns about China relations. So much of the revenue comes from China. Tell us a little bit about what's on your mind there.
Yeah, so in Q2, about 43% of Applied Materials' revenue came from China. It's going to be really important to see how the U.S. and China trade tensions kind of, formulate over the next, couple months, really. Because if there's going to be heavy exports on China products, Applied Materials will definitely suffer. But I think, again, they really need to have a forward-looking approach, and they can't let one industry or one country really determine their forward outlook. They need to really have a position in many countries, many industries, many chips, and they really need to prepare for the future.
Yeah, and William, are you covering some of the other names? We know that this name is in a good position to continue to grow. Other names that you're covering, maybe that you think may have more value at this time?
We do. So across my coverage, there's Applied Materials, Pure Lam Research, also KLA Corporation. But actually across the group, we see them all as overvalued today. I would say Lam is the closest to our fair value estimate, which is $830 a share for us. But it's really a group that we see trading on the cyclical upswing over the next 2 to 3 years. All three of these companies a little bit caught up in that AI hype. And so we just find valuations challenging, but we think that group of three are all extremely high quality players, things that we tell investors to look for when stocks pull back as a good buying opportunity.
And when do you think the buying opportunities, where are they, Matt?
I think buying opportunities, now is not a terrible time to buy because I think AI still has a lot of room to run. But I think you really need to listen to what companies say in their reports. I think the future demand for AI investment and for other industries is going to be key. And we really aren't yet in the know-it-all area of different AI investments. So I think it's going to really be taking live data and live company commentary and really seeing, hey, like, do you personally see a large growth run for this company or not?
You mentioned AI and other areas. You also, in your notes, had Internet of Things, electric vehicles, clean energy. Matt, are you excited about some of those? Maybe you could focus on one.
I am, yeah. I mean, I think self-driving is going to be an area that's going to be huge. I think investors maybe 10 years ago thought now would be the time. I think that's really been kicked forward maybe, five to 10 years. But that industry needs a lot of chip power, needs a lot of kind of technology, to power it. So I think Applied Materials is in a great position if they can be forward-looking and really, start to create the backbone for that, self-driving tech.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking throughout your note here, and overall, when we take a look, William, final quick thought.
Yeah, on Applied Materials, we think the story is positive over the next 2 years. Again, it's something that we're looking for, maybe the stock pulling back in the future as a better buying opportunity. But again, fundamentally strong company, and we just think the shares look a little rich.
Yeah, it's great to see you both, William and Matt. Thank you so much, William Kerwin at Morningstar and Matt Montefusco, Pointwealth Capital Management.